like it. It's very Pop Goes the World.
Yeah, nobody's recognized it yet.
Or wait till someone throws out the name.
There you go.
There we go.
This is the good part.
I like it.
All right, welcome back to MITA Unshackled. We're here at we were just talking about MJ BizCon. We're here at ICBC in Berlin.
Very different show, man.
Yeah, very different show.
Different show.
I like this show. I like that show. I just like everything. But it's cool to be in Berlin. It's just going legal. And we're here with one of my favorite people in the industry, one of the OGs that everyone should know and have the good fortune to meet, Chris.
Thanks, Dimitri. It's great to be here.
Good to see you. How are you doing?
Good, man. I've been in Europe for 6 weeks, and today's my last full day. I am headed out back home to Denver tomorrow.
6 weeks. Do you guys have an office here now, or?
We need one.
Yeah.
But, no, not yet. Gateway Proven Strategies does not have an office in Europe yet, but I spent a lot of time over here this year.
Chris, you've been in the industry for so long. I want people to get to know you a little bit about what you guys do now, your current project, but we can go through some of the other ones.
Sure.
Chris, how'd you start in the cannabis industry?
Well, I'll jump one step back from that to talk about the transition.
When and where were you born?
So, yeah, we'll skip that part.
Yeah.
So I spent 20 plus years running advertising agencies, communications firms, all of that. And at the end of that era in my career, I wanted to find something where I could still make a positive impact that was complicated and challenging, and where I could use my skills in connecting and driving business. And cannabis checked all of those boxes in spades. So I didn't know it at the time.
What year was that ending?
So that was 2016 and
Okay.
2017.
Okay.
I got a call from the guys at MJ Biz, and they were looking for a marketing director. And it took a little bit of time, actually, to make sure that was going to be a fit. But I jumped in. If I was an actor, I'd be a method actor, man. When I do something, I want to experience it, understand it. So I went in full guns, tried to really get a feel for, first, the U.S. market. But my heart and soul really is embedded in helping drive global conversations. And so I went in as the marketing director. It wasn't too long before I was heading up international partnerships and international relations, and then pivoted into the current thing at the end of 2019.
So 2017, 2019, MJ BizCon. Let's talk a little about that. But I forgot to introduce a co-host.
Yeah, you got to do that.
And I forgot to introduce your shirt.
Real bright shirt. Can't forget that one.
Thanks.
I'm Destiny Nicole.
Yeah.
of
So
MITA.
we're still getting this routine down. Probably
The
like
better half of this routine, for
Well,
sure, is to my right.
We'll end up with hundreds and hundreds of individuals on here over the
Appreciate that.
Yeah, no sweat.
over the months and decades for people to get to know. It will change. It will morph. It will adjust. It's organic, and like the cannabis
Just
industry
like,
should be.
the best type of farming.
Organic, don't panic.
Yes. Your shirt doesn't have a name, though, does it?
It doesn't. I
Okay.
mean, we could name it, but that seems
Yes.
weird.
Ruby?
And he is famous for his wardrobe. So, but back to your journey. MJ BizCon 2017, 2019.
Yep.
That must have been an incredible learning experience to work for that company.
Yeah, I mean, I think we were all learning together in a lot of ways. I came in to the Washington, D.C. show, and that was also the first year that they were doing Vegas. So there was, no lack of things to do, brands to learn. I have a pretty deep background in trade shows and events from long before, so that wasn't new to me. But as we all know, having been to now hundreds of these over the last years, cannabis has its own culture and its own way of working and doing business, and it doesn't matter where you are in the world. The inconsistency is the one consistent truth. And so, I love that, and I dig that. And that was kind of what I tried to bring into MJ Biz also, was constant discussion around innovation, how we make the tent bigger, how we ensure everybody gets to participate and connect and drive business wherever they are.
That's awesome. You said inconsistency. I'm thinking that's like free will. The inconsistency of the human beings as well. It's reflected well in the cannabis industry.
It is.
So, and you started to talk about yours and my favorite subject, international supply chain stuff. So 2019, right around the time COVID was happening.
Yeah, right at the beginning. I mean, it really wasn't until early 2020. I was at MJ Biz through the 2019 show, which was the largest ever anywhere in the world.
This is November 2019.
Yep. Yep. But beginning of 2020, I spun out of there. A lot of unpredictability around the trade show industry in general, and so it was a good time. And my business partner, Jillian Reddish, and I launched the Global Cannabis Network Collective at that time, which is an organization of primarily CEOs and C-suite adjacent professionals in the cannabis industry that have multinational companies, and we're all about driving deal flow, knowledge share, and networking globally. So if you're in the GCNC, you're motivated by creating cross-continent and multinational business deals and helping expand the global markets collaboratively. So I refer to it as my GCNC family.
Yeah, and to make a long story short, if you want to understand the global supply chain in all aspects of cannabis, and I want to get into all aspects of cannabis because you need to contact them and work with them, but maybe you could briefly describe, and we were in a seminar yesterday, and I know Bob Hoban was talking about it. It's a complex ecosphere out there, and it's evolving.
Yeah, no, it's super complex, and I should mention GCNC was acquired by Gateway Proven Strategies, which was Bob Hoban's consulting firm, in October, and now I'm the CEO of both entities. But Bob is a great business partner as well now, and what I bring from business expertise, knowledge of cultural markets, and how that integrates works really well with what Bob talks about in terms of legal frameworks and working with governments and infrastructure. And so that fusion really hits on supply chain, cultural nuances, as well as, the legal aspects out there. And that's what we're really trying to do, is take this big kind of hot mess and put it into something that's manageable for people.
It's crazy. I always think about bananas from Ecuador and how they get to the shelves of Circle K in Arizona or London.
Yeah.
Because London doesn't grow bananas.
Right.
No, I spent a week there. They sure as heck don't.
But they sell bananas.
they do.
But there's less regulations, there's less rules, but there are regulations and rules. And the same thing is going to happen globally. It hasn't.
Yeah.
It's starting to.
Not yet. The commoditization is future state.
Yeah, but the supply chain evolution.
Sure.
You guys are at the infancy of it, and it's just going to grow and grow. So it's just such an exciting activity to be involved in. It's.
Yeah. No, it's great. Like I said, I was in London for a week at the beginning of this trip, talking to people there about the challenges they have in the UK with doctors prescribing. And then here, some of my clients from India are here walking around and talking to some of our partners that are helping them with extraction facilities in India.
Mm-hmm.
Two very different phases of the industry and different launch points. But seeing how all of that's going to flow into the future, it is frankly just fun.
So are you guys also like an intellectual resource to understand, or deal flow connection, or both? And also the second question is CBD, industrial hemp, THC, medical.
Yeah. So the first question, first and foremost, we're a knowledge share and sort of networking organization.
Yeah.
What the outflow of
Not
that.
just a think tank.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. The outflow of that, though, is that we have some of the best strategists and entrepreneurs as part of that network. So we very quickly become a global information resource. And because our members are vetted and we all know that they're committed to driving global commerce, it does attract folks who are, seeking to place capital in the market. So we have investor members as well that have joined, and so I'm creating a ecosystem that reflects the global marketplace, but within a network that is protected, where people know that they can share information, do deals, and not have to churn through 40,000 people to get there.
Wow. There were so many sub-questions I wanted to ask. I forgot my original 2 questions. I got like a dozen more questions in there. But, it's absolutely amazing. Now, you guys, so you're based out of, clearly, I want to get into some high-level thought about protectionist versus non-protectionist market structures,
Sure.
just to add a little bit tidbit of, the level of how you guys are thinking this stuff through.
Yep.
But and we'll finish off with that. But where are you guys physically located right now?
Well, so right now we're physically located in Berlin, Germany, Dimitri. But
Good point. We are in Berlin.
So the
We out here.
the headquarters of GPS and the GCNC is Denver, Colorado. But we are completely decentralized. Like, if you go to meet us at our office, I'll tell you, meet me at a coffee shop. Our
Yep.
staff is dispersed around the world because I tell people, if you want to change the world and you want to impact the world, you have to be in it. You can't be sitting in a
In Denver?
cubicle.
Yeah, right.
So, right?
Poor Denver.
So I love hey, just for the record, Denver is my happy place in the world.
Yeah.
I love it, love the mountains, I love Colorado in general, but to do what we do, that needs to be where I go home to and
Global.
relax, but we got to be out in the world.
5 years
So,
from now,
Global.
Yeah.
5 years from now, we will find him in Los Angeles, New York, Tokyo, London, one of the big centers.
All of those.
That's where every
Yeah.
industry gravitates to.
Yeah.
Well, it's fantastic. Yeah. So, how do people get in touch with you and stuff?
So you can learn about GPS and GCNC at GPS.global and GCNC.global.
.global.
.global.
Okay.
Yeah, and I make myself very easy to find on LinkedIn, all the social platforms, all that. So, and my email is chrisday@gps.global. So, send up smoke signals, whatever, we'll find you if you let me know you want to be found. So.
He's not a hard guy to get a hold of.
No.
Yeah. Folks, if you want to know about the emerging global supply chain, I know we were going to talk about protectionist versus non-protectionist
Yeah.
market structures and the evolution of, but do that over a cup of coffee with Chris.
Yeah.
Probably, I always say, well, if you're going to ask me about it, invite me to dinner. And I like steak, and you're buying.
It's a long conversation with Dimitri. I can tell. I've had parts of that conversation with him before.
I have beliefs,
Yes.
and then I know you have beliefs, but then there's actual knowledge. You have actual
Yes.
knowledge about how things are working.
There are inevitabilities which will happen.
I could research stuff, or I could just call you. Hopefully,
Yeah.
hopefully you won't
So
charge
there's your tease, everybody. Call us and we'll figure out what the
Yes.
inevitabilities are.
And
So,
just,
yeah.
but just don't charge me consulting.
no.
All right. Well, thank
Nice.
you, Chris, for joining us.
Yeah.
And
thanks, Dimitri.
congratulations on all your success.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
No,
Yeah,
thanks
it's
for coming
always
on.
great to see you both.
5 years from now, we'll be seeing you in Los Angeles or New York City.
Well, any of them.
All
We'll
right.
do any
If
of
you
them.
can catch
Thanks
him.
all. Yeah. All right. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.